Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sandra. 我是你们的老师 Sandra. Of course, before we start today's 10-minute Mandarin class, first let's exchange pleasantries. I mean, by now we should be pretty versed in this, huh? So, 大家好，你们好吗？ Hopefully the answer is 很好. And of course, 欢迎，welcome to Community Mandarin. Today we'll be learning another very commonly used 常用的偏旁. 偏旁 means radical or component. It is the part that we put together to form Chinese characters, to form 汉字. So it's quite essential if you eventually want to learn to read or even better, write 汉字. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump in. And please forgive my beanie. Yeah, it literally says no, a bad hair day. That's what exactly happened here. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little bit blurry. Let's see if we can focus on me. Okay. Regardless, let's jump into today's material. So today we'll be talking about the 偏旁, which I highlighted in red, 红色. Okay, so it is called 竖心旁. 竖心旁. 竖心旁, if I want to make it literal, it literally means vertical heart radical or vertical heart component. So what does this mean? Let's take a look. So when you're in the process of learning Chinese characters, 汉字, whether it's to read it or to write it, you would encounter two 偏旁 that represent heart. The two are now on the screen. One is what we just talked about, 竖心旁, vertical heart radical. And the other one is called 心字底. 心字底, if we want to get literal, it means heart as a character and served in the bottom. So I know by just looking at it, you probably can't think of any characters like using either 竖心旁 or 心字底. But let me quickly serve you two examples. So these two characters, one in green, 绿色, and one in red, 红色. These are probably characters you have already encountered in the process of learning Mandarin. So first one is, of course, with the pinyin, it is 忙. The second one with pinyin, you can tell it is 您. Most students would probably encounter 您 a little bit earlier than 忙, but 忙 is also a very, very commonly used adjective that usually you would encounter this one, say, within 3 months of learning Mandarin. But if you still don't remember what they mean, let's take a look. So you can see we have 竖心旁 served as a radical for 忙, and we have 心字底 served as a radical for 您. And then the other part of 忙, it is pronounced as 王. Well, it technically means death, but that's not a point here. The point is 王 pronounced very similar to 忙. So we're keeping that part, the right part of it, as an indication for pronunciation. And our 竖心旁, our vertical heart radical there, is to show you this is a character that related to your heart matters, which means your emotions. And of course, similarly with 您. 您, I believe every Mandarin teacher would tell you it is 你. The upper part, 你 means you. And then the down below part, 心字底, literally heart as in the below. It means to put you in my heart. So 您, hence, is the respectable form of 你, you. And 忙 as an adjective, it means busy. I know some people might say busy does not have anything to do with emotion or the matter of hearts. But actually, if you really think about it, when you're saying, "Oh, I'm so busy," it's kind of like a subject thing because it usually when you're busy because you feel busy, you feel overwhelmed by the happenings in your life. So 忙 means busy, and then 您 means you, but in respectable form. Like if you want to use it on, say, your teacher, your professor, your boss, your senior citizen friends or family members. Okay. So what's the good thing about knowing these two radicals, these two 偏旁 about heart is that usually when you see either of them, it usually implies this character, this 汉字, has something to do with emotions, with your mind, with your heart. Some might ask, why do we need two? Why can't we just need one? For that, even like linguistic personnel or experts does not have an answer. Like, why do we have to? But the truth is, maybe we have to so that we can create thousands, if not 10,000s of different characters. Because, yeah, we do need that many characters that representing, say, your mind, your heart, your emotions. All right. Now let's quickly, since we learned 属性旁, let's quickly look at these three characters. Now that you know that 属性旁 there represents hearts, mind, or emotions. So you probably can guess what these three means. So first one, 快, 快. If you have seen it before, that's probably because it is very commonly used in 快乐, happy, 快乐, happy. So, but 快 itself also carries the meaning of fast, fast. And then when it is not served as an adjective, but as an adverb, it can mean like fastly do something, like in a hurry up and do something. Like if you ask somebody to come over, like hurry up and come over, you can say, hey, 快来, like quickly come. Or 快点儿, which is a shorter term for 快一点儿. So hurry up a bit. Hurry up a bit. So also you can just simply memorize 快点儿 as the meaning of hurry up. Hurry up. And number 2, 第二个汉字, the second Chinese characters. I know, it looks kind of familiar, probably reminds you of a very, very commonly used Chinese character. 很, right? 很 is very commonly used. We always say 很好 or 很热 or 今天很冷. So 很 means very. Yes, the second character here, 很, does share the same part with 很. The part itself is pronounced 梗, and it is, on the contrary, a very uncommonly used character. So we don't need to actually get to the bottom of it, like what does this part means. But it is there to serve as a indication for pronunciation. So now we know this second character is pronounced 很, 很. And then it has our 竖心旁, the vertical heart, so it belongs like a matter of your heart. So what does 恨 mean? You probably already know it. 恨 means to hate. 恨 means to hate. So it's definitely a very strong emotion at that. So if you want to, use that in a sentence, of course, the first one came to mind would be, 哎,我恨你. Like if you're fighting with someone, because I hate you. And then the Chinese version would be 我恨你. Don't suggest to use that a lot though, because 恨 is a very strong emotion. So we don't want to be throwing that around like confidence. Okay, and last one, 怕, 怕. I believe 怕 is also a quite, I think I've introduced it before. It's a quite commonly used one. So 怕, you can see the other part of 怕, it is actually 白. I know it's a little bit far-fetched to say 怕and 白kind of, pronounced very similarly, but that 白 there is to serve as an indicator of how to pronounce it. It's a little bit far-fetched, but it's still there, 怕. by. They're kind of in the same vicinity. And then we have your 竖心旁, your vertical heart radical there to show you this is, again, something to do with emotion, your mind. So 怕 means to be afraid of, to be scared of, and to be terrified of. So, like, we can say 怕黑, afraid of darkness, or 怕狗, afraid of dogs. I'm personally 我怕狗, I'm afraid of dogs. And then my kid 我的小孩, 我的孩子怕黑, afraid of darkness. Okay, which is very commonly among little children. All right, so that's it for today. So today we briefly introduced the two forms of radical that represents the matter of hearts, emotions, and your mind. So the good thing is, in the future, if you see Chinese characters with either of those radicals, either of those 偏旁, you will probably guess, okay, this is a character that has something to do with emotions. It has something to do with your mind or your heart. Okay, so that might help. I would say it will benefit in the long term when you're trying to learn more characters and trying to memorize what they mean. Okay, so that's it for today, and hopefully you are having a good day. And then before we 说再见, I encourage you guys to visit Rola's website as well as our YouTube channel. And hopefully you would have a good weekend. 周末快乐 and we'll see you next time. 再见